All right, we're here with head coach Jody Wright before the Racers' homecoming matchup with Illinois State this weekend at Royce Stewart Stadium. Open for questions at this time.
Jody, I've seen situations where teams lose a game like this, and it kind of galvanizes them. It kind of really brings them together. Are you kind of sensing that?
Yeah, it was tough, and after the game, you're just sick. Felt so bad for our players. Felt so bad for our coaching staff. I know the work we put in. I know how hard we played, and to have a game like that, the second one this year, basically losing on the last play of the ball game, is tough. It was a lot of hurting young men in that locker room, and that was one thing I was mostly proud of the effort we played with, especially in the second half where we didn't play the cleanest football in the first half. Really challenged them at halftime. We came out, played a great game with effort, had some big momentum plays, and there was a lot of things happen. I probably can't comment wise officials, but anybody that watched the game, there was some interesting calls and decisions. But give Indiana State credit. They fought. Their coaches did a great job, and they found a way to finish the game. But we did have a lot of guys that were hurting, some passionate guys crying, and I was really proud. I said, I'm glad we got a lot of guys that mean something to, and that's important because if it doesn't mean something to you, it's hard to get better. If you don't have passion, it's hard to get better. If you don't care, it's hard to get better. So, that was nice. But like I told our guys, it's not just enough to play hard. We got to play smarter. We got to play better, and you can't let the game come down to, where it comes down to a kick or it comes down to a call that may not go your way. So we got to keep working, and that's what we're going to do, and encouraged by so many things we're doing right now, and we're going to clean up a lot of things.
Also, thought something happened on Saturday. We may have seen the emergence of Jaden as a real leader.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jaden Johansson played a great game. Justice Hill, we call him Juice. He did a great job, and I think the more he's got to be with him, the timing, especially you saw him make a deep throw to him. You got to saw him throw a back shoulder come back to him, and all that, the more reps they get with each other, the more comfortable they are. Had a lot of guys really step up, make some plays in the pass game. Credit, we did a really good job protecting. A lot of times on our protection, we had two of our running backs that have started for us this year out, so we even had to rely on our passing game a little bit more. But we made some plays. We got to continue to make plays. Cade Neely made some plays in the pass game, so we got a lot to build on. It was nice. We didn't have a clean game last week on offense, and we challenged them all week and got better. And like we said, we didn't turn the ball over. And we blocked a punt in a game, and you fake a punt in a game and don't turn the ball over, you feel like you're going to win those games every time. But it comes down to short yardage, and there was some critical short yardage at the end that we needed to pick up, and we didn't. And like we said, we felt like we got the first down on a couple plays. Officials thought otherwise. But anytime that happens, like I said, hey, don't get tackled. We just got to find a way. If we need a yard, get 4. We need 4 yards, get 8. Don't even make it close. So we got to continue to get better with that, and we will. And we had a really good meetings with our players yesterday. A lot of accountability, and sometimes it's on us as coaches to put them in better situations.
I thought Jaden's completion percentage in the second half. If you take away the 3 passes at the end of the game, he was 10 of 13.
Yeah, he did. Very accurate. Did a good job getting the ball out. Made some good runs for us as well. We also had a couple drops we'd like to get back. But no, he's definitely improving every week, like all our quarterbacks and our passing game. The more time in, the more reps we can get, one of the better. Like I said, he wasn't here for spring training. And neither was Juice. Justice Hill wasn't here for spring training, summer, or got here midway through fall camp. So a lot of guys are, there's some growing pains coming through that, but we got to get through with it. Like I tell our guys every week, we just got to go get results, and we got to find a way to win games. And unfortunately, that we came out the short end Saturday, but I thought we did a lot of stuff. We're doing a lot of things it takes to win football games. We're just not 100% there yet, and we got to get there.
You're down 21-7 there early. You could have gotten a lot more out of hand.
Yeah.
Did you learn more about the desire from your offense to get up and score, or more about your defense's tenacity?
Yeah, a little bit of both. Coach Smith, did a good job settling down, and we'd given up some big plays on offense. I mean, defense had given up a couple big plays in their offense, and it wasn't anything we hadn't prepared for. And it was some, guys just, hey, we got a crack on a safety and a corner's got to come up and replace. And you're the edge of the defense. And when you're the edge of the defense, you got to tackle. And, like I told our guys last, I said, man, unfortunately, in this conference and no different than every other college football game that was played Saturday and every game in the NFL and probably every game in high school, you have to tackle and you have to block. And, when you're in a position to make a tackle, you got to make a tackle. So we're going to keep working on that. As coaches, we're going to work on it a lot tomorrow. And if guys, can't tackle, we'll find somebody else to do it. And we're going to teach it every way we can. And but I was really proud of the defense after, early first two drives and stuff. They settled down. And like I said, it was more one player not doing his job or this or that. And then offensively, we had some execution, not converting on some third downs, but settled down, got comfortable in the pass game, and got a little momentum and confidence there in the second half, which was nice.
It doesn't get any easier from here.
No.
Do you tell these guys this game is hey, let this drive you?
Yep. And I do. I tell our guys, hey, we get to play these stuff. We don't have to. We get to. So, I think we take it as a challenge. And like I told our team, we're not backing down from anybody. Illinois State's a great team and a great program. Coach Spack's done an excellent job there. And, every team in this conference is good. It's the upper SEC Big Ten every week, I say. And so there's going to be some growing pains with it. And I challenge our guys to believe in themselves and believe we're going to turn this thing around. And I told them, I said, hey, if you don't believe we can go out there and fight with these guys and compete, then don't come out there and play. And if you don't believe we can get this thing turned around, then don't come and play. It's nothing personal. And I think we got a lot of guys that do believe that. And we got a lot of guys that, I think it's our job as coaches to keep believing and get the most out of themselves. Because, unfortunately, I think we've had some guys that, sometimes questioning if they're good enough or question all this. And we're not going to stop us. We're going to coach you even harder. We're going to prepare you even better. And, that's what it's going to take. There's no homecoming games in this league. There's no easy opponents. So, I love it. It's a challenge, and we got to get better, and nobody's going to feel sorry for you. They don't care how many players you got injured or, hey, we're not big enough at this spot or, hey, whatever. Like I told him, I said, hey, that's life. And I always say, it's the old Lou Holtz quote, 90% of the people don't care about your problems, and the other 10% is glad you got them. So, so I don't think Illinois State's feeling sorry for us having some guys banged up and all that, but we're gonna find guys to go out there and fight, and we're gonna get a good game plan and try to execute at a high level.
We're now getting a little more halfway through the season. Y'all played probably one of your better games of the year on Saturday. How much of that you think is they're finally now starting to trust the coaching staff a little more?
Yeah, and it's a two-way street. They've got a lot of these guys. Like I said, we didn't have them in spring training. A lot of them, they've been and played some college football. A lot of them, whether it's Tyson Miguez or James Camden, they played college football. This is their first year starting at linebacker. A lot of guys, Amari White's first year starting at safety. So it's not totally freshman, but you got a lot of guys. It's their first year. They're the man. They're in the spotlight. They're in the starting position, whether it's on the offensive line or, at receiver, different positions we got. And, even like Justice Hill, Juice, he hadn't played football in 5 years, and there are some growing pains with that. And, I can say if you're behind in life, you got to run faster to catch up. And, we knew we were going to be some challenges and behind, and we just got to run faster to catch up. And, like I always keep saying, nobody's going to feel sorry for us. And there's going to be some growing pains, but, we're gonna catch up. But it is, I do think a lot of guys, they know what we're demanding. They know, starting to master the scheme, seeing, all right, what if this happens? How do I react? Different things that we can coach up as. And some of it, I always say, sometimes the only way you get good at playing football is to go play football. You have to go play games and let things happen and react and learn from them and good and keep building off the good and correct the bad. So that's what we're trying to do each and every week. And, all we control is trying to go 1-0 every week. And that's what I told our coaches. We can't look, the schedule down the road's tough or every week's tough. And all we can do is how do we get the best we can do each week to get the best players we can on the field to give us the best chance to win against each opponent. And Illinois State's this week, and we got to find a way to go 1-0.